You're in your 20s. The world is your oyster. You've got dreams bigger than your student loans, and the freedom to make choices that will shape your future. But there's a catch. If you're not careful, one wrong move now can put a serious dent in your financial dreams. In fact, 78% of people in their 20s make financial mistakes that haunt them for years. So what are these mistakes? And more importantly, how can you avoid them? Stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 5 financial mistakes you need to avoid in your 20s. It's time to stop making the same mistakes that 90% of people make, and start making decisions that will put you ahead of the game. Mistake number 1 is something most people think is harmless. But trust me, it will ruin your future if you don't see it coming. The wake-up call: mistakes that you can't afford to ignore. Mistake 1, not building credit early enough. Alright, let's dive in. Mistake number 1, not building credit early enough. I know, credit feels like one of those things you'll deal with later. After all, you've got student loans, rent, and maybe even a dog that costs more than your car payment. But here's the truth: if you're not building credit now, you're setting yourself up for failure when you need it most. Think about it. No credit history means higher interest rates, fewer opportunities for loans, and even difficulty renting an apartment. Credit is the key to financial freedom in the modern world. If you don't have it, you're stuck in neutral, even as you're trying to drive your financial future forward. And here's where it gets worse: without a good credit score, you're at the mercy of others. You'll pay more for cars, homes, and even insurance. Don't wait until you need credit. Build it now, even if it's just a small credit card that you pay off each month. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Mistake 2, racking up debt for things that don't matter. You've probably heard the phrase, live within your means, right? But most people don't. They buy things they don't need with money they don't have, to impress people they don't like. And yeah, we're all guilty of it at some point, swiping your card for that one thing you just have to look cool on Instagram. But listen, the Instagram likes will fade. The credit card bills? They'll keep showing up at your door. And debt doesn't disappear. It grows. It's like a plant you forgot to water. Soon, you've got an overgrown jungle of unpaid bills and interest rates eating away at your future savings. Avoid the temptation. Prioritize paying down high-interest debt, and invest in things that actually contribute to your future success. When you look back on this decade, you'll be proud of the things you didn't buy, because they won't be weighing you down later. Mistake 3, not starting to save and invest early enough. We all know we should save. But what many don't realize is the power of compound interest, the idea that money grows on money. If you start investing in your 20s, you'll be shocked by how much you've accumulated by the time you're 40. But if you wait, you'll play catch-up for the rest of your life. This isn't just about building an emergency fund or saving for a rainy day. It's about growing wealth. Even small investments today, in things like stocks or index funds, can turn into massive gains down the road. Don't make the mistake of thinking you have all the time in the world. The earlier you start, the less you'll need to invest to reach your financial goals. And for those of you thinking, I don't have enough money to invest yet, remember this: you don't need a lot of money to start. Just start small. The key is consistency. Mistake 4, ignoring your financial education. It's 2024. The information is everywhere. But somehow, too many young people treat their finances like a mystery novel. They're too afraid to read the first page. Let me be blunt: if you don't know how money works, it's going to work against you. You need to learn about taxes, credit scores, budgeting, and how to avoid scams. This isn't just nice to know, it's necessary. But don't worry, we've all been there. The first time you file your taxes or check your credit score, it feels like decoding ancient texts. But once you understand the basics, everything gets easier. The sooner you invest in learning, the sooner you can start making smarter decisions. Your financial education is a tool. And tools make the difference between working hard for money and having money work for you. Mistake 5, not planning for the long term. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of the present. Maybe you want to take that dream vacation or buy the newest tech. But here's the hard truth, living for today without thinking about tomorrow is a fast track to financial stress in your 30s and 40s. The things you don't do today, like contributing to retirement accounts, setting long-term goals, and even thinking about your health, will catch up with you. And when it does, you'll wish you'd planned ahead. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time? Right now. If you don't have a financial plan for the future, now is the time to start creating one. Sit down, set goals, and prioritize the things that will give you the freedom to live your best life long term. So, there you have it, 5 financial mistakes to avoid in your 20s. Let me ask you this, what kind of future do you want? Are you going to keep making these same mistakes, or are you ready to take control, make smarter decisions, and start building the life you deserve? The choices you make now will shape your tomorrow. Don't let these mistakes hold you back. You've got the power to change the course of your financial life, starting today. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Your future self will thank you. Until next time, stay